2024. Cut me off first. Cut me off. For the technical and gentlemen, welcome back to Road to Riyadh 2024. Glad you all could join us here for another evening of fantastic Mobile Legends Bang Bang gameplay. Tonight, three wonderful fixtures on the table. Dark Vanishers taking on Reap and Kill in the battle for who will finish first. Right. Yeah, so yesterday's matches were very hot and very interesting. We saw how Alpha Zeros dominated Rurouni Kenshi to take their first match and then end in top place with 3 wins. We also saw Dark Stars Esports go up against Oasis D2 with the wonderful performance that Dark Stars Esports put up to pipe down Oasis D2 to the table. And then Outwit Esports versus Izanagi Alpha saw Izanagi take the win in a very difficult and gruesome battle. It was very interesting to watch. If you guys didn't, go back, catch the live stream, and they'll be there. So for today's fixtures, we've got a series of very fantastic gameplays. First of all, Dark Vanishers going up against Reap and Kill for the battle of who will remain or who will finish top in the group stages. These two teams have 2 wins to the names, so it's going to be a very hot match. Ecstatic versus Fake was taken. These two teams, unfortunately, will be battling for who will stay in 3rd and 4th positions, having 2 losses each. And Alcatel versus Raiju, well, that's one actually has the 2 teams on top, looking for the win who will advance top from the group stage, right? So yeah, those are the fixtures that we have for today. And when both teams are ready, the first match, Dark Vanishers versus Reap and Kill, we can get on into the gameplay. Hopefully, these two teams will battle it out very well. So those are the fixtures that we have for the evening. And without further ado, let's jump right to draft phase of game number 1.
Your team is banning.
Glad you all could join us there in the chat. Soithel, Mobile Legends Nigeria, and Vida is our first 4 viewers. Don't forget to like and subscribe, do all that good stuff. By the way, for those of you who are still wondering what this whole tournament is all about, there are basically 3 stages, right? We've got the final stage, which is the main event in August 2024, the IESL World Championships there. But before that, we're going to have to choose our representatives from Nigeria that will go on into Morocco. That is what this whole qualifiers is about. The winners from here will go to Morocco, participate in the qualifiers at the national or the continental qualifiers, and then move on into Riyadh for the final stages. So yeah, there we go. Drought phase of 1. Benedetta and Ixia ban off the bat there real quick. The Benedetta ban is a bit surprising, but nothing unexpected. Anything is expected here.
Light me up and watch
Your
the
team
world
is banning.
burn!
Borg. That is what ban as is one of the most useful bans actually. His work in itself is a menace to deal with, quite literally. So Reaper Kill don't know who to ban in the second slot. They miss out on that one. That's one more free hero to Dark Vanishers.
Horology is my craft. Diggy is my name.
Who are not messing around. They've already done their homework. You know who to ban, what to expect at Diggy ban too. It's another crucial one. Waiting on the third ban now. From all the heroes that we've seen in this tournament banned out the most, I'd be expecting something close to a mage ban probably. Or Lilia wouldn't be too bad to get out. But depending on what Dark Banishers want to pick, depending on what Reaper and Kill know about them, Joy is also another good ban. You can easily dive into backlines there. But too bad she lost the crowd control immunity on her ultimate, unless I'm the one mistaken that in one of the recent patches. Minotaur first pick there for Tensa Zanka.
Always on the way. Gaze the stars and seek your path.
I was almost thinking I was gonna be a Valentina pick, but Louis isn't so bad either. Her effects in crowd in team fights can really be hurtful.
I will choose my own path.
Yin Yang. Arlott. I have a lot of questions about that pick, but he's not too bad either.
This time, the choice is mine.
Xavier. Mind you, this is also the best of one. I might have made a mistake in the introduction about Dark Vanishers and Reaper and Kill. So Dark Vanishers currently have 1 win and 1 loss, while Reaper and Kill are looking to close out the group stages with 3 wins, having 2 already. Dark Vanishers are looking to either topple over Dark Stars Esports, who have 2 wins and 1 loss, or both teams will have to drag it out for who will get to qualify to the upper brackets. But that's pretty much it. Reap and Kill sitting very pretty in the qualifier zone. All those 3 teams. Oh wait, actually it's going to be those 3 teams to battle it out. 2 wins and 1 loss respectively. I'd like to see how that will end up. Hanzo ban. So the way that will be decided will be through head-to-head and then point system. So yeah, there's already a method in place in case of such a situation. Carry ban. I'd be expecting a tank jungle from Dark Vanishers. Probably Barat if he's not banned.
It is in
Frederick too.
that I see the fondest hopes.
Nathan ban. Just leave it at that. Nathan ban isn't too. It's just about in there. It can be quite annoying to deal with actually. So it's understandable banning him out. Just waiting on the last ban now. Dark Vanishers.
I might not be a lighted man, but I do know my trade.
With the way they banned out the carry, I was expecting them to, save a slot for Barat, but guess they don't want to deal with him either. So what's it gonna be? We need a marksman and a jungle hero now from RNK. Same on the size of Dark Vanishers. Might be expecting an assassin jungle here because Xavier would really be something tough to deal with if you're gonna go fight a jungle.
Your team is picking.
Trevor holds on to Bruno for now. So many marksman choices, but the best he could play. Sometimes it's not just about picking what will be good for the teams. You have to balance both of them. What's good for the team, what's good for you too, because it's very, very important how you play your heroes. Crucial matches like this. The loss here for RNK will send them to how to either go head to head or use points to clear out which two teams will advance. Ooh. Harley jungle.
The ultimate weapon.
Your team is
And Hanabi gold lane. Hanabi will be food for an assassin. Oh, one of the best assassins out there, Lancelot. We're gonna have some zigzagging all over the map today. We saw some of that gameplay from Aizen in the match yesterday. It was very, very good to watch. The final match against Outwit Esports, with Lancelot making some swift moves. Might see a recreation here tonight. Oh, we're gonna have the first Gushon gameplay. But I think RNK really want to take an assassin here because this is looking like a very, very good match to pick an assassin. Lancelot's best fit. So that concludes the draft. There you have it from both teams. RNK missing out on one ban, but it won't be anything too serious. They'll still be able to carry out what they want to do here. Prove to be very, very efficient. There's a lot of squishes there for Lance to feed on. Xavier, Hanabi, and Harley. But he'll have to be very, very careful. He can only rely on Thermos on the front line to tank as much damage as he can. Hence, the Vengeance spell will go a very, very long way, especially dealing with Hanabi. One team to lose indeed. Can whip and kill, finish in high fashion. 3 wins. But this is a group, yeah, this group C was actually probably one of the toughest groups. It had similar stats to Group A, Group B, and Group C. Real one-sided situation there, unlike in Group D, where you had Raichu and Alcatel, and then Fake was taken. But that's what they're here for, the final game. Let's get on into it. Dark Vanishers versus Reap and Kill game number 1. Jay, that's some nice wordplay. Dark Vanishers will vanish this night in the dark. Pardon the cough in the background. I apologize for that. So what's going to happen now first? Where will the first poke come in from? You can see Samus and Arlott going head to head already. The XP Limbo might have some fight up over on the Little Wanderer, easily secured by Harley there. Lancelot didn't even commit for it anyway, so yeah. Might be expecting the Gank on gold lane real soon. Lancelot's already in position, just waiting to get his ultimate, and Hanabi might be in some trouble. Harley will be on the opposite side of the map, and he might be there for a while, because really that's the first turtle of the game. Looking for a gank on Damas. That's gonna be the first blood. Very, very fast damage output there from Harley. Nance couldn't really do much on gold lane. Try again, so now rotating towards turtle side, but I believe he might lose. It goes in with the final execution. That's gonna pop out the first team fight, Arlott. Oh, nice was there. And Terisla's going down as well. Damus is going down. Sorry. Looks like Dark Vanishers are really, really ready to track this game. We need to pull down RNK from the top where they're sitting. So far, besides those one more time with the fight coming out here. Lancelot looking for retribution, gets the kill on Harley. That's all there is to that. I'd be expecting another gank now on gold lane. Harley, Minotaur will just be sitting back. Minotaur not in a good spot actually. He should be trying to get out some vision. Give his team some info. His camping in that bush is not useful at all. Just sitting and waiting. There's Harley. I feel that was quick to use her ult there, but didn't really get the engage she was looking for. Lancelot just safely backed out, going for first turtle. Xavier tried to make a steal, but couldn't just connect it. Three kills to one. Gold lead not too far. We might have a dunk here. Yes, we're not going in already. Onslaught almost fell there. Mathilda flicked the right out into 6. Looking for more damage onto Arlott. He might get taken down there. Louis gets the kill. And with that, RNK have caught up on the kills and slightly gone ahead in gold of Dark Vanishers. Oh, don't worry, it's about to pick up. The game's about to get really interesting. There's a lot to actually fight for this match. At that time, rotation to gold lane, forcing Hanabi to sacrifice that turret. Staying there to defend will just be futile. Give up one thing for the other. Both the teams on the map are cooking leaders. Both teams on the game are cooking. Turtle number 3, another turret got taken. Bottom lane. That's fast rotations from Bruno. was stolen by a last second. We know Fury is coming from Minotaur. Nam was just lucky to survive. Oh, just narrowly escaped the Xavier's snipe. I was also calling his life from now on. Lancelot on a killing spree. Mathilda might get taken down. These two jugglers are already giving all they can. Both teams are really going head to head very, very well. 4 kills to 4 respective each. The goal is still not too much. I want to try and compare this to one of the matches we saw yesterday, Alpha Zeros versus Ronin Kenshi. You can see it's a completely different level. That was just a simple outclass there from Alpha Zeros against the team. So this is definitely this can count as interesting. Well, late game, Dark Vanishers do have the advantage going into late game. That's one thing to consider. Hanabi is not someone to easily deal with. And she also took the Aegis spell. Lancelot going in. What's he looking for? Can he get it? Alright. Oh, Arlott with the crowd control. Bringing up the fight. We know on Fury one more time. Arlott's not done though. Goes all the way in. Gets the kill. But he will get punished for that as well. Damus though. Definitely not safe from that Hardy's damage. Bruno. Also not anywhere near safe. And to be with the sea hellbed. Louis is gone off the map as well. Oh, 4 kills. 4 kills in less than 2 minutes. And now they're still looking for a 5th. Even if Hardy didn't finish that, Xavier was definitely going to end it because that snipe was very, very well connected. The frontline gap and Hanabi. And once again, Dark Vanishers have moved up ahead in kills and gold as well with a 2k gold lead and looking to quickly draw this Lord, take it down and next push. Turret number 1 to fall will be the bottom lane. Looks like they're still going for that tier 2 bottom lane tower. Lancelot's coming in. I tried to defend it, but that's just too late. We're not all the Flask of the Oasis now. He and Xavier are the only ones left to die, both sitting at 106 KDA. And it's even an Arlott's tank build. Probably with the Assassin emblem, but the tank build Arlott. So we might still be expecting some good damage now from Bruno, now that he has secured the Berserker's Fury. But that's true though, there's really not much of a hard crowd control of the sides of RNK. They only went out for raw damage, just pure damage, not a lot of crowd control there, besides low easy and yang. But even that skill too requires some form of assisted engages to connect that skill. Having someone like a Tigreal or an Atlas, even a Minotaur too on the side, but too bad Minotaur was taken. Harley looks like he really wants to get his hands on that Lancelot there. Good survival instincts from Lancelot. Gonna have a fight anytime soon. Harley just poking. Xavier is practically just spamming his ult at this point. Dark Vanishers are sitting pretty with 2 turrets ahead of RNK. They have more of the map control and they are looking to go up for this Lord now. Enhanced Lord. Samus is not yet anywhere close to provide assistance, provide frontline. But he's already making his way there. Can he get there in time though? He looking to flank from behind. Ages from Hanabi will just be about enough to save her. Minotaur might get taken out. There's a lot of chase going on here. Hanabi's gonna be the first to fall. He does just most of it. But never mind, Lancelot went down first. Even before Hanabi. The attempts to steal the Lodge. Somehow they will be able to push down that mid lane turret and take Arlott down with them. Hanabi is gradually getting to that point where her damage will really begin to hurt. If we take a quick look at the item builds, you can see that she already secured her Sea Hellbird, Corrosion Skite, and Demon Hunter Sword. While even building the steel leg plates to deal with that early game damage from Bruno and Lancelot. They're very, very smart. Lancelot looks like he's building a hybrid there. He just decided to go with Wax, Thunderbelt, and the Guardian Helmet. I believe that should be the only different build there. Looks like Bruno has trouble managing his mana, but he didn't have trouble managing that Harley. Got him killed. Once again, were you looking for an opportunity? Gets them right under the tower. Lancelot's gonna go in looking for Arlott, Minotaur, and Fury. Force not a team fight, but still that took too much turret damage there. Got taken off. Tam was just focusing on pushing out, clearing the turrets. Pretty sure if Lancelot had like 2 more damage, Xavier wouldn't have survived that turret dive. Lancelot spamming out against the tank is something very, very unexpected. Mathilda's going in one more time, but she's taking too much damage from that Harley. Xavier's off the map first. Who's going down next? Not really anybody. Tam was really not scared of turret diving. That might be a little bit too much damage there that he's taking. Harley gets taken out from Lancelot, and it looks like RNK are ready to end, having only Minotaur left to defend. Minion waves coming down real fast. Only have 1 minion left. Oh, never mind, he actually got taken down. Lance is gonna tank some of the turret damage. And this just might be the end of the first game. Ladies and gentlemen, RNK have ended the group stages with style, securing the win and moving on to the playoffs in number 1 from group. GG's to them, and still GG's to Dark Vanishers for a very, very interesting match if you ask me. Like, those guys, they really put in everything from the draft to the execution of the gameplay. In fact, I believe they even had more kill. Never mind, they didn't. At some point, they really looked like they were gonna give RNK a very, very tough time. The only person lacking a gold medal there is Arlott, but I still think he did a decent job. I saw those engages that he was making for his team for Roberto. But yeah, that's all we have for the first game. Once again, GG's to RNK for finishing group stage in style and moving on from there. Rip and Kill are the winners for the night. First match. Dark Vanishers now having 2 losses will stay in the number 3 spot. yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. So we're gonna take a very very brief break while we get the lobby set for game number 2, which is another very interesting match. Fake was taken versus Ecstatic, two teams battling for bomb place. We'll be right back. All right. Once again, no vanishers and Rip and Kill. One of them had to come out tops, right? And RNK did it in a very, very good fashion, claiming the win after a gruesome battle between both sides to give RNK 3 wins from Group C. Now, the final match of the group stages, right? One of the final matches of the group stages, Fake was taken versus Ecstatic. These two teams both have 2 losses, so it's a battle for who will finish up third or who will finish fourth on the table, right? And that's the next match that we have here tonight. So, without further ado, let's join these two teams in the draft phase. All right, everybody, there we go. On the left, Fake was taken, and on the right, you have Ecstatic.
I would rather betray the world than let the world betray me.
Yuzhong first ban. Quite nice. Fast reply. This is how you know that the teams are ready for what they want to go up against. Those quick bans. So what's next? Battle of
I might not be a lightning man,
Barats.
but I do know my traits.
Mind you, coming out at the bottom of the table doesn't really mean they're off the tournament yet. It just means they get to the lower brackets. And it's tougher because if you lose out in the lower brackets, then yes, you lose it from the whole tournament itself. That's why the upper brackets advantage is you lose in upper brackets, then you come down to lower brackets, and you can still redeem yourself and get the win. But that doesn't stop you from losing in the group stages and still winning the tournament again. We've seen it happen in a couple of tournaments.
A single worthy foe.
The Martyrs ban, besides of Ecstatic. Yes, Alexis, they are both brackets. So what's this third band gonna be? What's taking so long?
Diggy is my name.
I, Minotaur, will finish off what was left undone.
And to finish up the first part of the bands, we've got Minotaur.
For honor!
Your team is picking.
Tiger pick. Is that should be the second Tiger pick we've seen in this tournament? Well, of course, the upper brackets are going to be tougher. That's for sure. So the upper brackets are going to be way tougher, yeah, because that's the league of the big boys. But that doesn't mean that teams can't get back. The lower brackets too will still be very, very tough because now everybody's fighting to
and I will
push through.
it.
They only have one.
I am the priestess of primal
Your
lightning,
team
the
is
hunter
picking.
of all the evil gods.
Seeking to devour your souls.
This land is our homeland, and
Your
it will
team
soon be
is
your
picking.
burial ground.
कड़ी देते हैं तो देख मेरा वाला तो खराब ही हो गया मेरा वाला कैसे तो अपना दिया रखे जो है वो जरूरी है ऐसे ऐसे कुछ कर दे भाई हां
This time,
Your
the
team
choice
is
is
banning.
mine.
पानी पी लेता है कि वो लेता है भाई मुझे सुनो ना बोल सुनेंगे ना उड़ा नहीं अगर कुछ
Hope will find
Your
a way,
team is banning.
even when all is forlorn.
Considering the fact that Vexana is a mage that can cause problems, so yeah, taking her off is a good choice. But that still leaves a lot more matches open. Yuki,
Your team is banning.
Akai is a jungler too, it's stressful to deal with really. So buying him off is a smart choice. Fake was taken, I believe, was one of those teams that got heavily defeated there with zero kills throughout the match, and then maybe 10 minutes. It's a hard match to forget, really. But it did happen.
Your team is picking.
Lancelot and Tesla Barnes to seal the deal. Or sometimes it's about comfort, yeah? You just need to know how to find the right balance. Now we need a jungler, and yeah, another thing is I'm not really sure if Edith is actually going XP lane. It might be an Edith room. There's room for that.
Either smashing heads or smashing
Barmon jungle. Is Barmon jungle a good choice here? There's Tigreal, a lot of crowd control. Yuki scored through his. Is Yuki really going to pick Matilda though? A lot of options to choose from roaming.
Welcome to my hunting ground.
So it's Roger.
Do you want to
I mean,
make
besides
friends
getting to
with
see
Mana?
this
Your
collector,
team
you
is
also get to
picking.
see Moskov's new. What was another skin called again? The latest one, and currently the hottest around. Ruby EXP or Ruby Roam. These two choices can be quite confusing. Either one of them will do a good job wherever they go to. Nana mid would be. Will it be? She's good. Recent updates, recent patches. And it's actually been a while since we saw Roger Jungle, so I've got high expectations from this game. Got very, very high expectations from this game. So yeah, that's the drafts. Those are the picks. I'm not sure worried about what Ecstatic have on their team. Really be worried about. It's really not something to be worried about. maybe a choice of jungler could be different. Somebody that can easily escape from Tigro's crowd control. But going Balmond there is not an idea I comfortably sit with. Nana flame shots. No worry, this game is gonna be hot. Looks maybe Fake will be able to finally get one win. After a long hustle. The loss was a very, very big one. I believe Ecstatic too almost had a similar fate in one of their matches. Probably the match against Raiju.
Welcome to
Raiju.
Mobile Legends.
Right, here we go.
Reaches the battlefield. Smash them.
Everyone's saying that Flame Shot is a bad spell. Flame Shot is still a good spell for a mage. If you know how to position yourself well, avoid enemy skill shots and everything, you can easily apply. Once again, Roger Jungle doing his thing. So it's an Edith room eventually. Clint versus Moscow Gold Lady. Meanwhile, Lapo taking some serious shots from Ruby. Let's head on over to the first lethal of the game. Yeah, somebody missed the retry right there. He did get some knockups, forcing out the flicker from Tigro. Obama trying to lower Nana's HP as much as possible. Oh, Roger got the lethal, so he has the advantage now in getting to level 4 just slightly faster than Bauman will. Xavier and Edith already rotating towards gold lane, EXP lane. Forcing out the flicker from Ruby. Here comes the engage. That was some serious damage output from Xavier actually. Both of the teams are going to be on top side for a while, considering that there's the first Lord there popping up in about 10 seconds. Bauman's already jumping on the turtle now, looking for. This is where Balmond will actually do a lot better. He finds it easy to secure objectives just like that. And after waiting for Tiger to use up his skill set, we've got a fight coming on. Black will just might be the first one to get taken out. Flickers into safety. Balmond's not done. Dashes through the wall into safety. Ruby, that was a missed flame shot there from Nana, and she might be in a lot of trouble. There's a passive. Can she get away from this hungry Balmond? Looking to drop first blood. And that will be it. But them that fight saw a lot of low HPs. Xavier using his ults to clear a little bit of the mid lane. Doesn't miss too much gold. Well, it just might be the case. We've got Tiger, Roger, and Moscow already on gold lane. Ambush here. Clint's just doing some. Another well-made from skin from Moonton. He might be in trouble though. Didn't see Edith and Xavier rotate from the back. Oh, here's Balmond. Quickly gets knocked back. Are we gonna have a turret die? It looks like Moscow might be in trouble though. missed it barely, but Clint was there to clean up. 2 kills already for Ecstatic. Total number 2. Bauman gets just as easy as the first one. Yes, he can. Boy. Oh, a lot of things going on here. That's a double kill as Xavier gets a kill on Roger. Flickered in, looking for Tagru. That's triple kill for Ecstatic. 5 kills to 0 in 5 minutes. Fake was taken. Don't really seem like a team that's prepared to win. I mean, they're putting in the effort, yes, but I don't know, they're just missing that element of competition. Just look at this. Wondering how Moscow wasn't aware of the fact that there was going to be a gang. You know, once you do a quick tip as a gold laner, right? If you're playing and you notice on the map that enemy mid laner is missing, high chances are they're going to gank your lane. Very high chances. So what you want to do is just back up into that bush just behind the turret, hold out. We might have an engage now on this top lane. Moskov came here just in time and they will get their first kill on Ruby. He did stay in a good position. Didn't really commit. Yeah, Obama now looking for Lapu. Edith was able to make a good engage on Nana, but the follow-up was a little bit too slow. Over to the blue buff now on Fake side. Stolen from Roger by Xavier. Watch coming for the turtle. Even still lost the turtle and will get taken off as well. Mega kill for Xavier. You almost saw another recreation of the loss that Fake suffered. This time they have 1 kill to show for it. One turret taken. I can count for something. Still have hope. Gold lead now is a bit wide. 5k lead in favor of Ecstatic. What do we have here? Another fight. Tackle with the knockback. Can he come in with the ultimate? Just waiting for the perfect timing. There's Xavier with the ult. Getting sandwiched under your turrets is not really something that's funny. Tiger will be able to get away, but Lapo will suffer a different fate. With that opening, another turret down against Fake. They're likely to lose their mid though, it looks like. Roger really can't get his hands on any of his farm. Obama though, a little bit too aggressive there, overextended and got punished. A lot of people saying Ling would have been the better choice here, and I really can't agree more. It would be easier for him to Focus on Xavier and Clint. Roger might be in the top spot here, trying to get away as much as possible and just get far. And Nana will also get taken off as well. Clint's damage is already looking good. Can we please take a look at the item builds? But one thing you have to consider is before you can pick lane gear, you have to be careful of his choices because there's Ruby. And playing assassins against Ruby, you have to be very, very smart for your gameplay. So there are the item builds so far. Moskov going crit damage. Crit damage. Okay. Or crit build rather. Put it that way. Clint already has his endless battle of Blade of Despair. Now looking for his Berserker Fury. The other item set looks as standard as possible. Besides Roger getting onto strike next. But it's alright. Ruby missed the ult plus flicker this one. Xavier might be in a top spot, forced to flicker into safety. And how the tables have turned on Lapu Lapu, he gets taken off by Xavier. Nice ult from Tiger to make an engage. Just can they capitalize? Is that a wipeout? Tiger is. Nope, not getting away from that. Static are cruising. We said it earlier. Build from Fake wasn't really looking like something that, I mean, it looked good, right? And I'm going to be honest here, I did underrate that bomb one, but Fake just don't look like they're in it to win it. But rest assured guys, the final game of the night will be very, very hot. Two winners, you know, undefeated runs. One of them will have to be defeated tonight, so just hold on to your hands and let's see this game through. Moskov late game might be able to take this team a little bit far. At least hold out a little bit longer because right now as it is, this is a pinch for Fake to be in. Ecstatic just patiently waiting for Enhanced Lord before they go in for it. You take that, it's going to be a lot tankier, he'll deal a lot more damage to turrets. Just might be able to end it faster. It's only a couple of seconds, so there's the engage now. Quickly taking down Lapu. You can also take this turret. But that's another thing to consider. Yeah, Ecstatic can make a mistake. And if Fake was fast enough, they'll easily just capitalize. If they have it, the Enhanced Lord. Jumping in for him, taking down very, very fast with no attempt to be, you know, contested. Not even an ult from Moscow. I had flicker from somewhere. Oh, that was Clint. And the only use of his flicker, if he's not careful, you can get caught by Tigro. Everyone has their spells up. Oh, we needed the wire. We've got an engage now. Balmond went in to complete the kill. But even with that, the Lord is still standing at a very, very strong HP. Tiger gets a good ult actually, but can they make anything of it? Edith falls down first. That is going to conclude the game. There was no coming back from this one. It was already too late. Ladies and gentlemen, GG's to Fake was... Huh? What am I saying? Just to Ecstatic. GG's to Ecstatic. Should we talk about the bronze here from Yuki, or should we just let that slide? Because I'm impressed by the gameplay Yuki showed here. There was a lot of hype around this player. You know, Yuki can dash. You know, he's a very good jungler, but even as a good jungler, right, the faces of the worst counters you meet in the game, you should still be able to at least pull off a decent game, even if you lose. Not like this, not in this nature. 141 KDA, 4.3 rating. That's just as bad. Even your goaling and EXP did a lot better. But it is what it is anyways, ladies and gentlemen. GG's for that gameplay, and your winners for the night are ecstatic. So with that, almost done with the group stages. On the very last match of the evening, Fake was taking Raiju versus El Cartel. So we'll take a very brief break, and we will be right back while we get the team all set for game number 2. Stay with us.
World Esports. ISS.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the game after the break. And now for the most anticipated game of the evening, the hottest game around, El Cartel taking on Raiju. Both teams undefeated run, but one of those teams will have to fall here tonight. Before we jump in, let's quickly take a look at the first two games that we saw that we've seen here. Dark Vanishers went up against Rip and Kill with RNK coming up tops there. Fake was taken versus Ecstatic, saw Ecstatic kick a 1-0 win against Fake. And now, for the final game of the night, El Cartel versus Raiju. Whoever wins this will end with 3 wins in the undefeated run. Joining Izanami Nokami, Alpha Zeros, and Reap and Kill in the undefeated run so far in the tournament, right? So it promises to be a very, very hot match, very pulsating. Get your popcorns because this one is bound to be hot. Let's jump into the draft phase. Alright, here we go. So I believe this match too is everybody decided to get
It's my way.
the best on. I'm not sure if I'm seeing something new here, especially for El Cartel, but yeah, let's see how it goes. Ixia ban right off the bat. Okay. Raiju. Let me ban out that export.
Light me up and
Ah,
watch
yeah,
the
there you go.
world
Export ban.
I, Minotaur,
Your team
will
is
finish off
banned.
what was left undone.
Might be expecting a Diggy ban too from either one of those two sides. That might be the second ban stuff from Raiju. Yeah, both sides.
Hoot hoot. Horology is my craft.
There we go.
Diggy is my
Second ban.
name.
So third ban now for El Cartel. Third ban now. What's it gonna be? What hero can really put this team under a lot
I
of
will
tension?
choose my
Arlott.
own path.
Arlott. Possible usual gameplay coming up if Raiju don't ban them. Raiju don't ban them. Descendant, Archer, Sage, and Jedi. The name just keeps getting shorter as it goes down. The only person missing on R there is Jedi. It's interesting though. Big fancy. Third ban. Would he be a marksman?
Come on, Dexter. It's our showtime.
Your team is
It will
picking.
be, and it's gonna be Cloud. So first pick, Void Hacker.
Always on the way.
Your team is picking.
Mathilda Room. Well, I do appreciate the compliments. Thank you. Mathilda first pick. No. Mathilda is really a good support, and it looks like they might be looking to play around
I didn't cure the pain.
a tanky
I
jungle,
harness it.
or impossible an assassin jungle. Oh, I say big amen to that. Thank you.
Mighty
But pick-
Your team is picking.
Ah, yes, that was it. Actually, Raiju that pulled off the Beric jungle. I believe so, and almost half the chat in that day were against it.
Rise
It
beyond
seemed to have gone
greatness
very, very well.
and reignite the star.
I believe that was a match against Ecstatic that got them their final win, the Beric jungle. Looks like they're looking to recreate the same thing here. Oh, like I said, the Yuzhong was open, so we have a Yuzhong gameplay.
It's destined.
Your team is picking.
Varia. In this crucial game now, every pick is vital, every pick is crucial. Cyclops. Will it be a Cyclops jungle?
A punch for a punch.
Your team is banning.
Paquito. So we've got Paquito on the XP lane. I mean, that pretty much should seal the deal about the Belleric jungle. I don't think they'll be making any of those changes anytime soon. So the final four draft and picks. Expecting
I might not be a lightning man, but I
jungle,
know
and
my
there's the
traits.
Barrett's ban. I'm pretty sure Alcatel are aware that that's a Belleric jungle. They must have watched the Raiju's last game, so might be expecting another jungle ban now, as well as another marksman ban. If possible, let's see what marksman is viable here. It can cause problems. Maybe Brody, Clint, Nathan. That's one of the. Clint hasn't exactly been banned, but Brody and Nathan, high chances of seeing those two getting off.
Need some stitches?
Your
I can
team
help.
is banning.
How did you forget Melissa? How did we forget Melissa? She's quite annoying to deal with. It's an ultimate that literally pushes all melee heroes away from her, gives her some level of defense stats. It's a very, very good ban choice there. I feel like these last two bans will still be tailored around marksmen. Or still a jungle ban now for Raiju against Alcatel would still be okay. I wonder what jungle they'll have trouble with. Maybe an assassin jungle.
No protection from
or another tank jungle, Baksha. Yes, Belleric jungle, believe it or not, it worked in the match against Ecstatic about 2 days ago. So I mean, why not recreate?
See value in me?
Fredrin.
You should.
You should. So Fredrin ban. Although I don't see the reason for the Fredrin ban. Roma ban would have been much more useful, unless they're still thinking Raiju actually takes to pull off a Belleric jungle.
Muscle of iron.
Your
Bones
team
of
is
steel.
picking.
Marksman choice now for Alcatel. There's Kari, there's Brody, there's Clint, there's Nathan, there's Bruno, there's Hanabi, there's Layla. Oh, Joy is also open. Martis.
3,000 worlds, and not a single worthy foe.
It's the proof that I'm
Your
still
team is
alive.
picking.
Brody and Martis.
Ninjutsu is the ultimate weapon.
This game is gonna be hot. Like hot. You know what I mean? We've got Martis jungle. It's been a long time we saw that. And it's actually going to fit well into this lineup because there's a lot of crowd controls coming off the sides of Raiju. There's Gato with his ultimate and the taunt as well. Belleric, Paquito and the knockups. And then Hanabi's ultimate too. So yeah, Martis pick here is a good choice. Brody on the other hand. Brody versus Hanabi on lane. Surprisingly, Hanabi actually can hold out for at least the first early stages. But the minute Brody gets I forgot the name of that item, that pen item just before you complete the Blade of Heptasis or Malefic Row. Fury Hammer. The Fury Hammer. Once he gets that, it's gonna be very, very hard for Hanabi to hold up. No, Hanabi against Brody, right? If she builds a steel leg plate or dreadnought armor, she can stand her ground, right? But still, exactly, skill 1 is something to be wary about when going up against Hanabi. You might think, oh, it's a Hanabi, she's easy to deal with. You are sorely mistaken. And mind you, that's Jedi. That's Jedi. Or is it Jedi? I don't even know how to pronounce his name. Yeah. He's one of of those pro Master players on the servers that know how to use their heroes very, very well. Maybe not in the top 5 bests, but definitely in the top 10 bests. So expect some good plays from him. Patron looking to try and disrupt Belleric's farm a little bit. Valentina now, looking at her choices of what to copy, there's a handful, but I believe the most useful one in this game will probably be Novaria and Yuzhong. But especially Novaria's ultimate, because that one can give her wide vision, you know, of an area before committing into a team fight. What I was saying about Hanabi versus Brody, look at Hanabi already still sitting pretty at full HP while Brody has lost a couple. It's gonna be hard to do. Matilda might be in trouble here, but nothing too serious. Total number 1, almost 30 seconds in, spawning on the EXP, topping there. Oh, the sound effects of that skin are really, really nice. I love them. Back versus Yuzhong. And the fact that he nerfs the cooldown of all his skills level 1 to we have a fight here. Yes, we do. Yuzhong in some trouble. First blood is gonna go to Yuzhong playing Paquito, and Beleric might be, yeah, he is in trouble. So El Cartel already moving far ahead. Well, not too far anyways. 2 kills and a free turtle. Yeah, good trade. Well, early game, Paquito should be wary of Yuzhong. Not scared, but careful. But Paquito, Yuzhong, his skill combo is not really hard to execute, right? And he does have the Petrify, so if Pac gets caught off guard, it's gonna be a difficult situation. Early game, Paquito versus Yuzhong, you don't want to commit full time to it, but you know, mid-to-late game, when you've got your Hunter Strike, you've got your Blood of Despair, yeah, you can begin to dash in and dash out as much as you want. Trying to recreate some of those MPL emote spams. We're yet to see any gang coming in, but I think there might be one coming on real soon. We have Martis, Matilda in position. Oh, Matilda's going with the ultimate now, looking for Valentina, but there's no one to follow around with her. Val copies Matilda's ultimate and gets into a safe spot. See, oh, go up and engage now. There's the connection from Yuzhong. Force and engage. Matilda's gonna go on first. Double kill now for Gatot. Oh, and they begin to catch up. Nice play from Gatot Hacha, really. Paquito handles Yuzhong early. Okay. Go test it out. Really, Yuzhong handles almost anybody on lane early. Yuzhong handles almost anybody on lane early. The only characters that tend to give him a tough time are heroes like Xborg. Who else? Even Freya too, with her massive shielding. Oh, she can go head to head. I'm not saying Park can't, you know, much against Yuzhong, but he has to be careful with the way he engages. Like, there are some certain heroes you play and you know that, yeah, I'll go in against this hero one time and I'll come out tops. It's not like that for Paquito. Paquito can just make that decision. Now look at this Yuzhong already looking for Valentina Lucky escape right there, but he's not done though. I believe he's going under that turret. Should quickly copy the ult from Dijon. Oh, Gato's hitting like a truck. The vengeance. Get engaged. Not really. It was a good idea, but Thanos Xbox Dero Paquito. And a good usual wouldn't really suffer against those heroes. As long as he has his petrify spell, it will be easy. He can't exactly get the kill, but he can definitely do some damage. Gold lane, might be expecting again. Novara is already here. Total number 3. We're already almost 7 minutes into the match, and El Cartel are leading slightly by a 1k gold difference and 2 totals to their name. Martin is already at level 10, meanwhile Beleric is far behind at level 8. Huge gap there. Here's the engage. John looking for the back line. Gatot comes in. First off, Beleric. Who's next? Martin was actually looking for something, but couldn't really connect it. Forcing Hanabi away from her turret so that he can have the push. Well played. Game is progressing a little bit slow, 4 kills to 2. 2k goal lead now. You can tell gradually widening the gap now between the two sides. Belgium was hoping he could dash through the wall there. And next up, EXP tier 1 turret. Pack will be forced to sacrifice this, but he does have backup though. Only person missing is Hanabi. This is a 5v1. Mathilda's gonna engage real quick. Beleric will reply. Here's all from Gatot as well. Forced out the repositioning from Brody. Beleric as well. Once again dying first. And just under the tower, there was no saving them. Also aim from Martis. But can he get the kill on Vex Valentina? Yes, he can. Hanabi, smart push, takes down the mid lane turret. Oh, they didn't take down just one, but 2 turrets. And with the law spawning in about 2 seconds. We'll end this game real soon. Oh, Gatot is in the area trying to get some zoning out. Good vision from Novaria. Martis interface. Here is Gatot. Try to engage. Quickly countered by Martis. There's a dragon headed straight for the back line, looking for Hanabi. Gets the knock up. Petrify combo. Gatot's first to go off. Beleric's next in line. Akito flickering into safety. Can't say the exact same thing for Hanabi. Nope, she's off as well. GG's to that. She was banned. She was banned. Now Cartel are looking to force a fight under this torrent here. They will. Mathilda's circling eagle. That will be called. Brody repositioned real quick. Oh, this Yu Zhong, I'm loving the engages. He's not just there to deal damage, he's there to just engage, create the spot for his team to be comfortable, and that's just pretty much it. 329 KDA. Makes it look easy. This was supposed to be the hottest game of the evening, but I want to say Fake was taking versus Ecstatic was, because this game was just 10 minutes. 10-minute match. Something highly anticipated. This was not it. But that's as good as it can get. Right, ladies and gentlemen? That's as good as it can get. So, GG, well played to El Cartel for an outstanding victory. A team that came, saw, and conquered. It's not over yet. They still have to go into the upper brackets now and battle it out with Islamic Family, Reap and Kill, and Alpha Zeros, right? But they have joined the League of Champions. Yeah, that was undefeated throughout. It's not easy to watch a streak. Alright, but yeah, GG's to them. It's not over for Raiju just yet. Unfortunately, they have jumped into the lower brackets, but there's still hope, right? There is still hope for that team. So once again, GG's to El Cartel for a fantastic victory. Yeah. All right. So before you guys go anywhere, we'll still have a little bit of analysis to go through. So you guys stay with us just very, very briefly, and we'll be right back. All right, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the gameplays that we had for you all here tonight. They're very, very interesting. The last match was supposed to be something more fantastic to watch, but too bad it didn't. It wasn't as exciting as it was. I mean, a 10-minute match. Wow. But give it up to El Cartels for an outstanding performance. It really was a well played game from them, very coordinated, executed, right? But yeah, a brief recap of all the games we've seen here today, the results. You know, um, some Like the first match, Dark Vanishers versus Reap and Kill. RNK really didn't hold back. Went all in, dealt a lot of damage, controlled the map pretty much half the way through. It was actually at some points, people really thought that Dark Vanishers were gonna take that win, but Reap and Kill turned it into their favor with their amazing draft. So there you have it, Reap and Kill against Dark Vanishers with the win. Ecstatic took their third place position in the group stages in their group against Fake, and then El Cartel finished tops with 3 wins, joining Izanami no Kami, Reap and Kill, and Alpha Zeros as the undefeated players so far. And this is the final table that we have. Izanami no Kami, Alpha Zeros, Reap and Kill, El Cartel. So upper brackets, well, unfortunately, right, we've got some news. Izanami no Kami, well, all the teams in green, yeah, Izanami no Kami, Alpha Zeros, Reap and Kill, and El Cartel have all made it to the upper bracket in fantastic fashion. Meanwhile, those in orange, Oasis, Izanagi Alpha, Dark Stars Esports, and Raiju have unfortunately fallen to the lower bracket. It's not over yet. There's a lot of fight going on there. While the other teams, those in red, Zodiac, Shadow Raiders, Outwit, Rurouni Kenshin, Vanishes, this is the two Fake and Ecstatic have all been eliminated from the game. It was a wonderful performance that they put up, so it would be lovely to see them one more time in upcoming tournaments. So don't give up hope; they can still get better, and that is it. So with that, the group stages are done. Hope you guys enjoyed all the matches, all the fixtures. If you can take a quick look at what the playoff, fixtures are gonna be like, that will be fascinating because if you want to make some, assumptions on what the fixtures might be, a match between Izanami no Kami and Alpha Zeros first wouldn't really be bad because those two teams, they have a history, right? A group of very, very strong players. A lot of switches here and there, some players leaving, joining up other teams, but still. And even Reap and Kill versus Izanami no Kami, because basically these two teams, right, they sort of have the same, families, Izanami no Kami and Reap and Kill. So there you have it. This is what it looks like. This is what we're gonna have. First group A versus first in group C, right? So that probably means Izanami no Kami will be facing off with Reap and Kill. The fixtures will be posted on later on the Discord channel and social media platforms. So do well to follow if you haven't and join up. Yeah. And that is gonna be it. The journey to the finals. All right, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. There are the fixtures. Izanami no Kami taking off or facing off Reap and Kill is the first match. Alpha Zeros versus Raiju for the second upper bracket match. And then for the lower brackets, we've got El Cartel taking off Izanagi Alphas. And then on the other side, we see Dark Stars Esports versus Oasis. These are the fixtures for the playoffs. Road road to Riyadh, right? So that is all we have for you guys this evening. Hope you all enjoyed it, the group stages, all the fixtures, and we'll be happy to see you guys here on Monday night for the next set of fixtures. Have a wonderful night and a wonderful weekend. Peace out.